Ever get the feeling you're being watched online? It's data brokers. They collect your personal info, your browsing habits, where you live, and who you're related to, and then sell it to the highest bidder. Aura helps stop that. Aura automatically removes your personal info from data broker sites and keeps it off. It also monitors the dark web, protects your devices, alerts you to real-time threats, and more. Start your free trial at aura.com/listen. That's AURA.com/listen for your free trial.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
J360 Radio.
Hello J360 Legion and welcome to the J360 MiniBytes here on J360 Radio, hosted by J.M. Brady. I am your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it.
Jammaversary mode.
Hey, how's it going J360 Legion? What is happening? That's right, welcome to another J360 MiniByte, and this is the 4th week of Jammaversary 5, and I gotta say, yes, we finally made it. Things are starting to wind down, regarding the event, and also they're starting to wind down regarding a lot of other issues that I had to take care of. Well, they're not issues, they were more of objectives. I had to take care of a lot of things regarding grad school, as we all know, and quite a lot of things I covered in last night's live presentation on Instagram. It's been a while since I did those. Man, I'm really getting back in the swing of things with content creating. 2025 has been a very unique year for me. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about what's going on in Washington, D.C. To hell with that. No. We're talking about, Jammaversary and all. It's just been over here trying to level up the career and level up J360 Productions and everything. And, you get your hits, you get your misses, you get your what ifs and all that kind of stuff. And I got to say, because, we were doing so well and everything else, I know we can always do better for what's come in and all. And, soon enough it'll be Monster Fest and everything too. So it just gives me an idea of exactly where to take things on that next level. And the funny thing about Monster Fest is we're doing something a little different with that too. But I gotta admit, it was good to see J360 JamsTV come back, and it was good to see the J360 mixtape take shape in center form. Hey, sometimes my southern drawl gets in the way. I have a southern drawl? Anyway. But what I'm saying is, though, Jammaversary has been awesome this year. The layouts have been great. The performances have been stellar. The tracks have been amazing. And, 5 years running, I got to thank all of you out there in the audience, all of you musicians that I've worked with over the years, and, of course, just keeping it going every time, because who would have thought that we would go beyond 100 episodes, huh? Who would have thought that we would even make it to 116? Which, by the way, I gotta say, those are achievements. And the show has been stellar and taking different forms ever since. A long time ago, we used to be 3 hours for a J360 Jam show. And there were times where we would push the grid to its limits, because all tracks are on a grid. And, there would be times where it would send me a message saying, too many tracks. But I was like, no, they will be played tonight! We would have, usually the tracks would be in figures of 8, and then there was, the mega mixes where they would be, around 50 or 60 some tracks, and no server included, by the way, that was all me, all live and everything, and we were riding out sometimes to, 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. One way or another, the sun was going to be in my face after a while. I remember all of those efforts, and we went from Spreaker all the way to Mixlr, and, for the Mixlr era, I had to do it a little bit differently. And not to mention, other circumstances come into play, and eventually you do have to kind of nap sometimes, so it's like, had to change it up a lot, but, yeah, we started the 5th season all the way back from, what was it? It was episode 85 up to... Well, no. We continued when we were in the 80s realm, and then by the time we got to 85 is when we landed on Mixlr to go ahead and continue on the process of the show. So it's been an adventure, and it's been like an incredible journey to lead up to where Jams 100 would be, and then the J360 JamsTV episodes, Like, you just got to look at everything. You got to say, like, this was awesome. And you know what? I shouldn't say was, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, like, what will the future of J360 Jams look like now that we made it to Season 5 and all? And we all worked together to get to this point. Well, I gotta say this. My announcement for that will be given on Jams 116. And Jams 116 still has room for a few tracks for those of you that would like to submit. I mean, it's right there in front of you. You just email me at j360jams@gmail.com, and you let me know exactly what you want to put on there. Have your 2 tracks, have your link, but you're representing you every time you send those tracks, and that goes to all musicians out here. For those of you that are wondering, AI musicians, in my mind, there is no such thing. I mean, trust me, I know about different layouts and people actually doing mixes and bits and pieces of people. Like, who would have thought 50 Cent in a, doo-wop jazz video? But, hey, interesting times, but it's not real. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the musicians out there that love to play instruments, that love to make music, that love to, compose and create work. I've been seeing a lot of dejected and passe looks at when it comes to art and all that stuff. And, art shapes a culture. Art is all about speaking in different ways to know what's going on out here in the world, But a lot of times nowadays, I could dive into this a lot more in the J-Man Show, and I have. But for those of you out there that are really feeling a certain way, the world needs your art. Don't hold back your art. Make your music. Send it to me so I can put it on J360 Jams. And it can be a worthwhile partnership until you feel the need to go your own way or you need to take time for yourself. And that's entirely up to you. But like I said, it's not a hard... It's not... Let's just say it's not complicated as what people make it out to be. It's really easy. And if you need like the rules in print or on hand, they are always listed in the description box of every single J360 production show. So you don't really have to be focusing on like one aspect to take action. And I'm saying, like, take advantage of that opportunity because it's for you. I love listening to music and I like the people who make the music. As long as they ain't arrogant or trying to be Gene Simmons, God forbid, because that guy's a fucking dumpster walking. But the truth is that, yeah, let's work together. That's the whole point of the Jams project. And a lot of y'all got the hint. Some of y'all got the hint and lost your way. And some of y'all retired from music. And for those that retired from music, I remember the good times. I remember all the awesome things you did. And, you were ambitious, but you knew when it was time to go. And I can respect you. And if you ever come back to wanting to make music, you have a home in Jams. So don't ever forget that, And as for me, myself, I'm always looking at ways to evolve and grow the platform. And, there might be a time where, guess what, we won't be on Mixlr anymore. We'll be on a whole different, a whole different platform where more and more evolution takes place. And that's what you would want. And when I say that, though, that means that you all would like to stay in step with me. And as the Chronicle project is moving forward, which is the newsletter for you all, that's your way to stay in step stay in step with me. But a lot of y'all were like asking me questions about like how Jam's future is looking. And I got to tell you, it's not bleak. It's actually very bright. I still can't believe we made it as far as we have. But this is something to be proud of. And we're going to take it up a step further. Because I'm telling you this, you don't want to miss out on J360 Jams TV either. That opportunity is always open. For those of you that have videos, visualizers, concert videos. Now, the concert videos have to be the link of a full song now, so you don't cheap out on that. But, show your impact, show your influence. Be about things. I mean, if you wanted to send me something like 1 minute of you explaining what you're bringing out, that's entirely up to you. I have no problems with you guys furthering your engagement and everything. And all J360 production shows are live. But if you can't make it to the live, you can listen on different platforms such as, YouTube and Red Circle. Red Circle is the main one for all the podcasts anyway. And then you could also listen to them on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, whichever works for you. I'm sure I'm on Deezer too. So, it's just like one way or another, you can access the shows anytime at your discretion. You can download them. Like, I just want you to have a good time with the J360 productions and everything that they bring out. Even the shows that deal with politics and talk about history. It's uncomfortable, but, I want you to be enjoying it. And when we do events like Jammaversary, the Monster Fest, years in, you're welcome to be a part of the whole thing, even if you're there for a little bit. The idea is that you are welcome to be here. Just don't be an asshole. And that being said, though, as J360 Jams 116 comes into play, it is the season finale. June 27th is always Jammaversary Day because that is when the show debuted. And it managed to land on a Friday at some point so that we can actually make a grand season finale. You do not want to miss that episode because it is shaping up to be a great one. And I gotta say, since it is the season finale, I'm going to be gone a little while in July. Alright, I'm just saying, just a little while. Because I know I was gone for quite a bit in February. Some of y'all thought I was dead. I was like, what? No. Not at all. Still very much alive. And you want to know how I know? Because of the bills. Anyway, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm really, really happy about the way things turned out. And, the fact that we managed to make such great content over the years and that we all won this one. You know what I'm saying? So be proud of it. And, of course, if you got friends that make music or if you got people that would like to be on the show, I mean, by all means, go ahead and let them know if you can. Give them a copy of the rules. Send them my way. Doors open. I'm looking forward to a lot of things to happen as we get through these next few years. But yeah, you guys stay tuned and we're going to have a whole nice layout and platform for you all. Oh, by the way, for those of you wondering about the Super Saturday stream, is that happening? Well, since things got kind of different this week, because you're getting the MiniBytes on Wednesday, I would say, I don't know, Jams 116 is looking and shaping so good. Well, you know what? I will do something on Saturday this week. All right? So, get this. You got the MiniBytes happening right now. You don't have anything happening tomorrow, but tomorrow is the deadline to submit to J360 Jams 116. Don't wait too long. 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern is the deadline cutoff point. And then you have J360 Jams 116 happening on Friday. And as for Saturday will happen around noon. Okay? Try to think this in your mind. Saturday is usually noon when it comes to whatever sort of specials I do. Just want you to be aware of that. But as we go ahead and wrap this all up, I got to get out of here. So I want you all to take care of yourselves until we meet again. This is J-Man signing off. Peace.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched online? It's data brokers. They collect your personal info, your browsing habits, where you live, and who you're related to, and then sell it to the highest bidder. Aura helps stop that. Aura automatically removes your personal info from data broker sites and keeps it off. It also monitors the dark web, protects your devices, alerts you to real-time threats, and more. Start your free trial at aura.com/listen. That's AURA.com/listen for your free trial.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.